Fellow nerds, we are about to break down the Ahsoka trailer that dropped the other day. Who's excited?
Me.
Yay!
Yay.
Any thoughts? Any thoughts before we jump into it, gentlemen?
Yeah. Who
That
is
Ray
Ahsoka
Stevenson, right?
and what is a Star War?
Is that Ray Stevenson's swan song right there? Is that his last thing?
It is.
Unfortunately.
Sadly.
Well, there's that.
But okay, let's jump over to it.
There we go. Screen sharing. It's a good idea not to have me on the screen.
Yeah, none of us on the screen is probably a better thing. But I like, it starts off. That looks like, to me, an Imperial shuttle.
Indeed, it does.
War is inevitable.
War
One
is
must
inevitable.
destroy.
Now, I wanted to stop here. Did you guys
And you can.
remember seeing those uniforms somewhere else?
Yes.
But the
opening scene
little-
of A New Hope.
Oh,
I'm
with
thinking,
the doofy helmets that they're wearing?
and the blue uniforms. We've seen it in another Disney Plus Star Wars show.
Oh, in The Mandalorian? On the prison ship?
Yep. I think this is a prison ship, and I think Shin Hati, which is what a wonderful name, and Baylor.
Shin Hati.
I think they're coming to free Elsbeth.
Oh, yeah, I kind of figured that's what they were doing. Considering, going back to her appearance in The Mandalorian, when, Ahsoka was questioning her, like, where is your master? Where is Thrawn? It's like, well, obviously she's connected to all of this.
So
Well, you're not
definitely,
saying- Yeah, Thrawn's not the one there.
No, Elsbeth.
Go ahead.
In order to create.
Please, Thrawn getting jailed.
and I just love all of
are
these
known.
scenes showing how powerful
Mm-hmm.
that they are. And when he's like, "We're no Jedi,"
Mm-hmm.
but they're not Sith either, which
No.
I think is awesome.
Yeah.
They are just Jedi, or not. I'm sorry, they are Force users that are basically using their powers to benefit themselves.
I've got a question for you two. So we know that the Sith, the way that they make their lightsabers red is, what they have to do is steal the kyber crystal from a Jedi, and then they have to like break it. They have to what is it, like make it cry or something like that? What is the phrase?
Yeah, make it bleed.
Make it bleed. That's it. They have to make it bleed, and that's how they turn their lightsabers red. And then if they're still like unstable and still trying to get their way over to the dark side completely, it can make their blade waver, like what we saw with Kylo Ren, where his was kind of like jagged and out of control. These guys have orange lightsabers, and I'm curious, is that because they're kind of in an in between, and so it's altering the color without actually making it bleed, or like
It's
what do you think
because-
is doing that?
Just because they like pumpkins, like Keith.
Oh, they like pumpkins. I see. So they're thinking
Yeah.
about it a lot, and
Spice.
they've got pumpkin spice lightsabers.
Yes, they do.
I almost look at it like they did something. They're not
Mhm.
full Sith, so they didn't bleed the kyber crystals, but they almost took the light out of it. Almost like they're like, you know what? We are going to be balanced in the true Force. We are going to be light and dark. We are going to use what we need. They're not going to, they're not going to be like the extremists on both sides. All light.
Right.
You can't do anything. You got to be good, or the Sith, where everything has to be evil. I think they're going to be true, sort of middle of the road Force users, and I
Truth
like
is always
that.
in the
That'd be
middle.
cool.
Yep.
Jedi.
And he just kills him. That's pretty awesome. But I love. Oh, and the Lucasfilm thing.
I started hearing whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did it?
Why do you talk to somebody you're about to kill? They're not going to remember anything you say.
Yeah, but there's other
Because
people around.
it makes you feel good. You can sit in your like evil little throne later and be like, yeah, that was pretty badass the way I talked to that guy
totally.
before I killed him.
And then I said, "We're no Jedi."
Ugh. No,
He
you
knew it, too.
didn't. Yeah, I did. You should have seen it. It was great.
the last moment of his life, he knew I wasn't a Jedi, man.
As the
And there
light
was-
left his eyes, he knew.
Zero question. He won't call me a Jedi. He won't be up in heaven going, a Jedi killed me.
Right. He'll know.
But if you guys look at your screen, does this remind any of you guys about the mother and the father
No,
from
I heard other people saying that, and showing screenshots of this. Maybe to an extent, like with the hand, kind of like the shape that a little bit, but I don't remember. And it was wasn't it the brother, sister, and the father?
Yeah.
So I don't remember her. First off, I don't remember her ever being shown wearing any kind of like hood. I don't remember her eyes and face. Like that looks almost like a different person.
This is not the
Unless-
sister that they shown in the Clone Wars for sure. I'm just saying
Right.
it looks like the same sort of
So the
style that
only
they used
thing,
for it.
yes, it is a similar style. The only thing that I can think of, and I've got a slight theory. What if the brother and sister and the father that we saw in Clone Wars, what if they weren't the first? What if it's a situation similar to how Ahsoka is the current embodiment of the sister of the light side? What if they weren't the first embodiments of that? And maybe this is an older image of what the sister was at some point.
Do
Kinda
you
like
think Ahsoka?
Freaking Avatar, how they were avatars before
Yes.
him.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Do you think that Ahsoka might be researching it then?
I think
Looking-
so.
I like that. I like that theory a lot. That's good stuff.
This looks like a chamber in an Indiana Jones movie to me.
Dun,
Yeah, from a good Indiana
dun,
Jones movie.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh.
Of Thrawn's return as heir
I'm
to the
just,
Empire.
I'm the hate boy today.
What
Hate,
happens
hate,
when
hate,
you
hate,
find
hate, hate,
Thrawn?
hate.
And,
Oh,
and
this
there
is
we get.
cool.
Yeah, this is kind of cool, especially when
Mm-hmm.
when they talk about how when Thrawn shows up, they're going to have this.
We're gonna have power, order. Finally, it's gonna be
I mean,
sweet.
they're-
We're gonna have 4-day
they're-
weekends.
But it's nice they have this character that is, bringing these people together. It's not, him using his power like the Emperor to force people to kind of do it, and everyone's scared of him. He's talking about, he's a very well-spoken, blue being, and I like, Morgan Elsbeth is like, yeah, he's gonna come, he's gonna bring us all power. We know the Shadow Council from the Mandalorian, outside of what's his name? I can't think of his name now. R.I.P. But they were like, Thrawn's coming and he's going to bring us all together. Not race. I'm talking guy with the Darksaber from the first season. I can't think of his name.
Oh, Moff Gideon.
Yeah, Moff Gideon. Moff Gideon was the only one like, well, I don't see Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah,
But everyone else is like, they're all kind of waiting for him to get back, and he's like their savior, and I like the way that's building up, because I do think this is building up towards Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie, and I hope it does a lot more than just set up the movie, but I get that feeling from this.
Such as you've never dreamed.
Some more Shin Hati, and this looks like a different ship, but now we see like some rebel frigates, because
Yeah,
remember
those
these
look
look like
like
the
the,
ships from Hoth.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're attacking like rebel fleets, or obviously they're not rebels anymore. This is 5 years after the fall, but if they're
No, now
going
they're the
after,
resistance.
that's right.
Real
So they
creative,
might-
JJ.
They might be going after supply ships, things of that nature, to kind of disrupt everything.
I've spent most of my life fighting a war.
Then we get Hera,
That's why I'm trying to convince you to help me.
Great
and I
job
like
on
that.
on the chopper, but there's a great job on that makeup. I don't know how to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that does not look like Mary Elizabeth Winstead at
No.
all. Nice job.
Really doesn't.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, nice job on the
And-
makeup.
And I like how she's like, I've been at war for so long, and I'm just trying to stop another. Like, we need to do something now or it's going to escalate. And as
Yep.
we know, when the New Republic took over, they like dispersed all of their ships
Yeah.
and
We
got rid
saw
of
that
their
in
armies.
We saw that in The Mandalorian, how you know they had what's his name, the geneticist. They had him, you know, basically giving his reports to a droid, and you know, like they're you saw when he was working in his little like space cubicle that they were like dismantling all of the fleet and everything, and it was like as soon as they won the war, they were like, we are so done with all of this. We're breaking everything down. We're turning all the ships into scrap. We're dismantling, you know, the army and everything. And so you see like the former soldiers and everything, you know, pulling double duty. They're basically like the police force in the Outer Rim. They're, you know, they're acting as like different marshals. They're like, they're doing as much as they can to try and hold everything together because the New Republic council, whatever they call it, it's not the Senate anymore. I don't think they call it a Senate in the New
I don't think
Republic.
they do either, but I can't remember what they
But
call
whatever
it.
it is that they call it, they were so much like, oh my God, we need to be so much different from, you know, from the way things have been with the Empire. We want zero talk of war, absolutely nothing to do with it. And yeah, I totally agree with Hera here because she's like, guys, you don't understand. Like, they're still out there. Like, come on. Do you want another war? And I, you know, looking at that little hologram with Mon Mothma and all of them, and they've got this like kind of look that they're like, you know, we'll see what happens. You know, maybe it won't be a war.
You know what's cool about, you know, when they were taking apart all the Star Destroyers and everything, they just sent it all to Exegol.
Yeah.
And so they can work on it underwater. You know?
Right.
Why are
Okay,
we waterproofing this garbage? Don't worry about it.
How hilarious would that be if it was like just some bureaucratic like, oh my God, what am I going to do with all this scrap? Well, sir, we've got this interested party coming out of the unknown regions. It seems really interested in buying our scrap. Screw it, just send it over. I don't even care. I want to get rid of it. Okay, so what should
What's
we sell
his name
it for?
again?
I don't know.
What's his
Buddy
name
Buddy
again?
Pelt.
He told me. Yeah, he told me it was Grand Marshal Malpatine. Oh, that sounds like a nice guy.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like a good trustworthy name. Okay.
Never. That doesn't sound dangerous.
Prevent another one.
Yeah,
You
you
and I
can
both know
see
help
just
with
like
us.
some of the that
She's
reaction
still
right
just
there.
as
That's what I was
stubborn
talking
as-
about. That reaction on Mon Mothma's face, just this like, I don't know what you're talking about. What war? What criminals are still loose in the galaxy? Come on.
Totally destroying any idea of whether she's going to live through
Yeah.
any of the movies. You know, she made it through all that.
Well, we
Mhm.
knew
You know
she
what?
was in A New Hope, so we
Right.
did know she made it through Andor.
Well, she's looking fantastic, by the way. If that's 30 years later, that's
Yeah.
amazing. How does she do it?
Space stuff.
Oh. Space stuff,
Space
space makeup, space ointments.
Yeah. Then we get Sabine here, which
Ever.
I love the hairdo.
I bet your
yeah, I do
master
too.
found you
And I like her
difficult
riding
times.
on the little,
Anakin never
you know,
got to finish
Lothal.
my training.
Yes,
Walked
yes,
away
I
from
love
her,
that they gave us
just
a
like
live
I
action
walked away
Lothal.
from Sabine.
You never made things easy.
And that was the scene that kind of took me back, calling Ahsoka Master.
Mm-hmm.
Are they
So-
making Sabine Wren Force sensitive?
That's what I was thinking when I saw this trailer. I'm thinking either it's one of two things. Either she's been practicing with Ezra's lightsaber, and Ahsoka's just like showing her how to, you know, following up with where Kanan left off with the darksaber. Either she's, you know, just showing her how to use a lightsaber, and she's learned how to fight with it pretty well, or she does have some Force sensitivity, or both.
Yeah. And at first I was thinking there's something that happens later that makes me think not so much. And I think it's more along the lines of she was probably helping her because she did pretty good when she had the darksaber. You know, she didn't struggle with it like Din
Better than
Djarin did.
Din.
Yeah. So, And I wonder if her calling her master is kind of like almost a sarcastic thing, like, I wanted you to train me, and you turned it into something that I wasn't comfortable with.
Oh, I could totally see her doing that. She's always had a bit of an attitude.
Very stubborn.
Bit of a dude, bro.
Yeah, I love her going under the ship.
Master.
Mm-hmm. That's
As a
pretty
Jedi,
sweet.
Sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can.
Just
And I
look at
like
her
that,
face.
you know.
I
Sometimes
like how
you
she's
guys-
watching Ezra's recordings, kind of how Ezra would watch Anakin's old recordings.
I like what he's saying too. Sometimes Jedis have to make the decision. I don't think it's talking about him. I think he's explaining, like she's listening to that and understanding Ahsoka a little bit more. I hope at least.
But I'm counting.
And then we get this scene, which when I saw this, first thing that popped in my head,
Avatar.
nope,
Oh, what?
Kanan, when he was cutting his hair.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Damn. Okay.
I was
God, you
like,
even lined up the picture. Jeez.
I know.
Nice
I saw that and I was like, this wasn't during work hours, of course, but I was looking for that Kanan picture, and I was like, it's too close. Like she is, yeah, it's too close to what was going on when he did the same thing. So I was like, that is a nice touch.
Forgot about
Little
that.
things like that,
Yeah.
bringing this closer to Rebels, I really enjoy. I was very happy with that, and
Yeah,
I
I
love
think
the
this
I
show-
want you
haircut.
to see this through.
Why
Yeah.
did he do that again?
Very.
Nice haircut.
He cut off his braid,
But
or
why?
he cut his long hair. I don't remember why. At this
Oh, okay.
point, but
I thought there
it was just.
I'm sure there was some significance. I know that he was like preparing to die. I know that much. Like he knew that it was probably going to potentially happen, and then he did. But
Spoilers for Rebels, if anyone hasn't seen it. You should go see it before this because it's a
She's
great
going to
show.
be very intertwined, I
should
think.
we do that? Should before Ahsoka comes out, should we do like a quick rundown on the series as a whole? Like just
Yeah,
do
we
a
probably should.
quick like little retrospective kind of thing.
I think that'd be
Yeah,
a good
we're-
idea.
I don't think it'll hurt at all. I think.
I mean, I would hate to force you all to watch that series
Almost like
again.
I'm not talking.
Oh, I hear you. Go ahead,
ahead.
continue. Say it again. I'm
No,
sorry.
No, I'm done. You Go ahead.
Okay. But no, I heard you, man.
All right. I'm
In all
ready.
of
Is
Twitch,
this the Millennium Falcon?
all
What is
Tw-
this?
No, this is the Ghost, I think, or a ship like it. They're jumping into hyperspace on August 23rd,
Sometimes
and we obviously
we
get
have to do
some.
what's right.
That's when they jumped into hyperspace.
Can you
August
believe it? They
23rd.
jumped in.
How
But then
crazy
we-
that the galaxy far, far away would also name their months the same as ours.
It's
It
crazy.
is weird. Then we get this looks a lot like the scene, the ending of Rebels to me. Like
Yeah.
she's at that portrait. She's got her hair short like she did there. And it looks like Ahsoka's about to come in and say, we got to go find him now.
Regardless of our personal feelings.
And I love that. Her wooing when she's blowing it away. Very, very Han. Flying around, battles in space. I
If we don't
love it.
stop Thrawn, everything.
And we get our first look at Grand Admiral
Thrawn.
Thrawn, which is definitely, he did the voice in Rebels. I think he's going to. It was a little, when I first saw it, I was like, but he looks good. I think they did a good job. He's got the blue skin, the red eyes. I know he's going to do the voice well. So, I think excellent hire for this. I can't wait
I
to
thought
see.
he'd be a little bigger, but that's it. Other than that, he looks great.
Thing will be in vain.
Well, he's been Purgle surfing for a while, He hasn't really had a chance to lift, but you just wait. He's gonna get back to the gym.
And this was the scene I was talking about when Shin Hati says, "You have no power."
Mm-hmm.
I do think, she thinks she's going to be battling a Jedi here, and she realizes early on that while she can wield a saber like she does, she's no Jedi.
So I'm gonna steal your silver lining for a moment.
Uh-oh.
I think this is a fake out.
You
Because
do?
it moved forward a little bit more.
Are you saying this isn't the same scene?
No. I think it's the same
Anakin.
scene. I just don't think they're showing us all of it.
Oh, they're definitely not.
Oh,
'Cause it's a
shoot.
trailer,
Never mind.
it's not-
So I must be.
Are you talking where she's doing this?
Yes. Is that like later on or something?
No, it happened. We went past
Oh.
it.
Okay. But yeah, when she's doing that, I think it's a fake out. I think they're not showing us what actually happens. I think it's going to be a. Dave, don't kill me.
You want me to reel it in?
I think you're going to. I know you're getting ready to. I think it's going to be like a Rey moment.
And here we go.
You think she's gonna?
Am I gonna pull it back? Let's see. Let's see what you got to say.
I think it's going to be a situation very similar to where she's been struggling to use whatever little bit of force powers maybe she has. She was attempting to train with Ahsoka, but you know how stubborn she gets. You saw the way that she fought Kanan with the Darksaber training. So I think this is going to be the moment where she's going to be pushed, right? And she's going to reveal. This is going to take place at like the end of an episode. All of a sudden, she's going to put her hand up and she's going to push Shin Hati back with the force and be like, oh, and then it's going to cut to credits.
Yep, pulling it back. Reeling that in. And,
I could definitely see something like
it.
that happen. Like she's about to, because it doesn't look like she's holding the saber in that scene anymore, and it could be she saves herself, because she was one of those force users that wasn't really strong enough in the force to really be much of a Jedi. Because we've heard stories, hey, I came to the Jedi Temple to be a Jedi, but I wasn't really strong enough in the force, so I'm not, or whatever. Because not everybody who trains, so that could be kind of what's going on with her. She has some force sensitivity. She's just not overly strong in it. I could see that. But then we see
the
Baylan.
only thing that I would be worried about, if it does turn out that she has some power in the force, I could totally see her like instantly going to the dark side.
Yeah, it'd be the
That would be
faster way.
surprising.
That's how they get them.
Mm-hmm. It'd be very Mandalorian.
And then when Ezra comes back as a dark Jedi, she joins him. And together they'll rule the galaxy.
And they'll have a bunch of little Sith.
And somehow Palpatine will return.
Well, that's coming.
Ew.
And on the way. Okay, how's that?
Better.
And we get a little Ahsoka and Baylor fighting here, and I love when he's like, Anakin spoke highly of you. So obviously he was a Jedi during the Clone Wars and everything else. So I wonder, because we've heard a lot that Anakin is going to be in this, and there's been crazy rumors, that they're going to be jumping in the world between worlds, jumping through time and what ifs and all that stuff. What if it's just like a flashback scene with Baylor and Anakin fighting in the Clone Wars?
I could see that. I mean, they did that with Obi-Wan. They had, Obi-Wan training a much too old-looking Anakin still as with his Padawan braid. They really should have done better at aging him down.
Yeah, that definitely should have happened. But I think that's a more likely scenario than, Ahsoka's going to be battling Anakin on Mustafar instead of Obi-Wan in a what if. I'm like, they're not going to do that. They're not going to get totally crazy.
Because Force Ghost.
Everybody wants to rewrite the sequels out of existence.
I know.
And they're not going to do it on this show. Dave Filoni is not going to basically negate an entire trilogy, even though he should. It's not going to happen.
I just don't think Disney put too much time and money into it, and I just don't think they're going to do it at all. I don't think they're going to cancel their own movies, regardless of the fact that most people don't like them, that they were poorly slapped together, that there was no ongoing story, that the last movie was a joke.
Yeah,
Well,
they'll just
need $1 billion, so they probably still consider that a success.
no, financially it was absolutely
yeah.
a success.
Absolutely, it was.
Absolutely.
What are you drinking there,
But
Dave?
Gatorade Zero.
Nice.
I think they're going to not reference them as much. They're there, they're canon, but we don't talk about that.
So this is
I'm
clearly
not
in the
here
world
to
between
discuss
worlds.
my past.
Yes, that definitely was.
I don't know. So if you go back like towards the beginning of the trailer, they were like turning some sort of hologram thing on that made it look like that scene. So I don't know that they're in the world between worlds because you can see, like a sky and like land around it. I think they are underneath some sort of like little hologram thing.
It could be to simulate the world between worlds. I think,
that's what I think it is.
And this is David Tennant right here, right?
yes, this is David Tennant, who helped all of the young Jedis on Ilum get their lightsabers and all that. Wonderful to have him back.
Work to do.
Once a rebel, always a rebel.
I like that line. Once a rebel, always a rebel. Like there was any doubt this is going to be Rebels season 5. Then we just get the nice little montage with we get the Inquisitor at the end, which I really love. The way she's just standing there, like wait, he's like spinning it, like, "Are you impressed with my spinning saber?" She's like,
Right.
Nobody's
"Bitch,
impressed.
I've been here before."
Like the guy with the thing in Indiana Jones.
Right. Exactly.
Shoot him. Yeah, she doesn't.
But she
care.
just like, yeah, she just waits. And this looks like a new Inquisitor. This does not look like any of the Inquisitors that we've seen in comics or Obi-Wan or the video games. And this is 5 years after.
You know who it is?
Who?
It's
your
the fourth
sister.
sister. Yeah. It's just
She's
for
back.
Yeah. Kill her, Ahsoka. Make her suffer. But I wonder if they're going to, this could be a flashback too to prior to Return of the Jedi. But I thought it was interesting that they have Inquisitors still out and about if this is 5 years after Return of the Jedi. Because who would be, Vader and the Emperor are, well, Vader's gone. Maybe this guy's from Exegol. But it'll be interesting to see if there's someone else who is kind of controlling the Inquisitors, taking over the program that is.
I hope it's a flashback.
And then I was very excited that we get 2-episode premiere on August 23rd.
That's cool.
I like when they do that. We'll get
How many total in this series?
6.
8? 6? And they're putting 2 out
Yeah,
at once?
not enough.
Oh, boy.
But I could be wrong on that. But I believe I saw it was 6. But you know what? Let's look it up because I'm not really sure.
While
that
you're doing
leaves
that,
just
I've
five-
got
5
what's that?
weeks. That leaves them with just 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not much.
Well, I've got a theory for you to reel in, Dave.
Okay. Should I cast the line again?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay. My theory is they're going to do an Andrew Garfield. And we don't know it yet, but you just wait. They're going to bring in Ashley Eckstein for a sort of flashback young Ahsoka moment.
That would be cool.
That would be very cool. I hope they do it.
And Dave,
I
you were
don't
right,
think they will, but I hope they do.
There is 8 episodes.
Oh, 8.
There is
good.
8.
So I'm not going to reel that in as much as I was.
Okay.
Because they got
Just
more time to talk
part of the
about.
way. That'll be the one I throw back into the water.
All right.
There you go.
Because it would be sweet. I don't think Disney will do that because they love crushing her dreams and forcing her to instead, be one of the hosts of the Star Wars Day announcements where she looked so sad. It's like, yep, here we are at Disney's Expo, Star Wars, whatever. Fucking here's the people in the new show that I'm not in. Whatever.
Taking a break. Whatever. Here it is.
Here's the character that I made you all love.
Right.
Don't worry about me though. I'm cool.
But no, if they really want to nail like young Ahsoka, if they're going to do like a flashback with her in it, it would make sense to bring back Ashley and have her, as a shorter, younger, still bright-eyed Ahsoka.
I bet
She is
there were
tiny.
a lot of cartoon characters that wanted to nail Ahsoka.
Gross, Dave.
You're the one that said it. I just took it the wrong way.
She was a teenager.
I didn't say it was me. I said cartoon characters. Animated characters wanted her.
We know who you meant.
Like the Martez sisters.
You have to
Ew.
bring them up. We were having a good conversation.
And you had to ruin it with the Martez sisters.
I think they
Yuck.
should be on this show, and they should have a major role.
Oh,
'cause they were
God, they're going to
friends.
do that, aren't they? Oh, God. I want
They
to
were
pump the
good
brakes, but
friends.
my brake line was cut. Damn it. Oh, they're going to do that, aren't they? They're going to give us live action Martez sisters.
If that
Depending
happens,
on who they are.
our channel is going to change. We are no longer going to be covering the MCU, the DCU, Star Wars. We are going to start covering 90 Day Fiance. Every Thursday, we're going.
Oh.
Not your status fiance.
Well, what about when it's off the air? Married at First Sight.
Bam. There we go.
Bam. That's going to be our in between.
There's going to be no shortage of reality shows that we can do.
Oh God. Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Or whatever other city they pick.
Hard
So
Knocks,
remember-
Green Bay Packers.
We'll really
Yes.
trash it up.
Well,
But any other thoughts, gentlemen? Anything?
my
Hype level
overall
for this?
complete thoughts are that it looks great. I'm just tired of trailer tricks. I just hope it's as good as the trailer. Like I was saying at the onset, I'm just so tired of being sucked in by a trailer and have the show be mediocre. I hope this is everything we dream it to be.
I hope so too.
I mean, it did look great. The sound, the action, everything looked like I wanted it to. So, I mean, I've been looking forward to this show since they announced it. So, I cannot wait. We're getting 2 episodes on the 23rd. We got 6 more weeks after that. It's going to be a good time. And it should lead right into Filoni's, Star Wars movie with hopefully Grand Admiral Thrawn as the big bad. The only thing that I'm sad about is he's probably not going to make it out of this, however many movies or things they have planned, since he wasn't really around for the sequel trilogy. But they may have him. Who knows? Maybe he'll go off into the outer reaches again. But and that's probably
Maybe he'll join the Resistance, and he'll see the error of his ways, and he's going to be on that planet that the First Order blows up. They're gonna do like a flash forward, and they're gonna show the what did they call the knockoff Death Star?
Star Killer.
Star Killer base. Yeah, they're gonna show
The one
him.
with the-
He's
It's like a planet with a belt.
Yeah.
Pretty much what that was.
yes,
Yellow.
it's a giant space Pokeball.
Are you afraid there's a hacky out there that's not getting sacked?
Well, watch, they're gonna do like a flash forward, and he's like, I got to get these papers to Senator so and so, and wow, why is the sky really red? Oh no!
Is it my eyes or is the sky really red? Ah!
Oh, damn!
We'll find out in a minute.
Boy, we should write for this show. We should write for all of them,
We really should. We are like knocking this out of the park.
but not as scabs.
No, never. We fully
Across the
support the writers. And don't forget to hit us up at Twitter, leave a comment down below, and we will see you next time on Not Your Status Quo.